Get mantra tracks and healing MP3s at JasonGallant.ca.
Today I want to talk to you a bit about the internal flinch, or the internal contraction. So a lot of times you perceive things in your life and you'll notice that some things you'll open to, and then other things you'll contract or you'll resist inside. Now, I don't care what you do on the outside, because sometimes you need to deal with things and, do the grounded stuff, have the battles and the fights with people, whatever. I mean, I understand that there is a certain pushing and pulling that happens in the physical reality. But as that happens, you don't need to contract on the inside. And that's where people suffer. They have this interaction on the outside, but on the inside, they continue to contract even long after the interaction is done. On the inside, you can open. And when you open or let go of your resistance, let go of your resistance internally, freedom is the result. So you can use a lot of these situations in your life where you feel an internal contraction. It might be to a certain person or situation. Perhaps it's a fear around something, whatever it might be. And then practice internally letting go of your flinching. Soften into whatever it is that's bothering you. Soften into whatever it is that you're resisting. And that softening will bring you spiritual power. Some people call it love, peace, all that stuff, all that hokey stuff, But as you open up to these things, you're actually allowing in energy. It's almost like these contractions are packets of energy that can be yours. You just let go and then it becomes one with you. Now, it doesn't matter how scientific minded you are and everything. It doesn't matter if you're a left brain person that doesn't believe in all this hokey spiritual stuff, or if you're a very spiritual person. Everyone knows that point of view can shift how you experience this moment. Even the most narrow-minded person will understand that their experience will change of any given moment if they shift their point of view. Now, the difference is, when you shift your point of view, some narrow-minded people think that's it. Okay, I'm just happier, or I'm not so happy. But there are also other side effects that happen when you shift your point of view. When you soften into these places within, these places where you hold contractions. Physical health can also be a result of this. So again, I'm not here to say what you should do in your life or what you shouldn't do. Lots of things can happen. And I don't think that any human being is beyond having conflict here and there or anything. All that stuff's fine. Again, it's always about the internal reality. So many people look on the external, but they forget the internal. The internal is where you make all the decisions. The internal is where the desires and the fears are. And that's quite a maze. It's quite a trap, really, because if the desires are not truly coming from who you truly are, then they will be constantly just compensations for your suffering that you're carrying around with you. All right, so the freedom must start within. You must start with freedom and then see what happens. And yes, the challenge is sometimes spiritual people still have life happens, but you don't have to contract inside. You can soften into it. Let it go. You just have to ask yourself, which is going to free you from suffering in this moment? Holding on to the point of view that you have now, or taking a moment to let it go? Just let it go. You don't need to fix anything. You don't need to change anything. Just let everything go. Just let everything be as it is. And see what happens inside you. Just see how you feel after you do this. Do it as your own experiment. You don't have to tell anybody about it. You can still keep being the same jerk if you want or whatever. I do. So I'm not telling you have to be any different. I just think inside, just try this out. You could be a secret spiritual person. It's like a secret identity. Nobody will know. So I hope this helps you on your spiritual journey. Take care for now.